What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic. And more y'all know we do more than boxing. If you don't know, now you know. More than boxing, more than sports. Get a chance, check through the archives. You probably see something else that you like. But we back in the building. Talk about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard wants out of San Antonio. He wants a trade. I believe he has 1 year left. He could re-up with San Antonio and get like 200-something million. So for some reason he want to dip. You know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you know we go live. We go live on more than boxing too. Sometimes basketball, football. It depends. But you know, I don't know what happened with Kawhi Leonard, to be honest. So I can't speak on it and bash him. It was a bad look all year. You know, people was talking about him, saying that he was actually healthy. You know, just didn't want to come back and play for the Spurs. So I don't know. I mean, you can remember back in the day when Rodman was with the Pistons, there was rumors that all the players besides Joe Dumars slept with his wife. And that's why he ended up going with the blonde hair and all the tattoos. Because when he was with the Pistons, Rodman wasn't like that. So that came out years later. So eventually it'll come out with a real reason why Kawhi Leonard wanted to leave. Kawhi Leonard had a great reputation around the league before this happened. He was a quiet, go to a lunch pail, blue collar guy. Still drove the same Suburban he drove in college. You know, wasn't flamboyant. So I don't understand. I know he's from LA or surrounding areas, and I think he wants to go back home. And maybe he's just not happy no more. Maybe he just, you know, don't like the atmosphere. It's not a winning team. Not Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Ginobili, not in their primes, or Tim Duncan not there at all. That he don't feel like he can win with the team at hand with him and LaMarcus Aldridge and Paul Gasol and Murray. Maybe he just feel he can't win and he want to go to LA. At least if he don't win in LA, he at home. He comfortable in the state of California, because in the state of Texas, you don't have no state taxes. In the state of California, they tax you. You know, they tax you state and federal. And it's an upcharge on some of the food and the tax, how they make up the state taxes in other states that don't have state taxes. So it's a triple whammy, but he willing to go there, go back to his home area. I just really interested to know what happened with him in the San Antonio Spurs. I'm very interested to know why he don't want to be there no more. I know he probably won't speak on it because he's a private person, but a lot of people was questioning his character about this, because who don't want to go out there and ball out when a team that was pretty good without him? Who don't want to go out there and ball out, you know, and help your team win? It just seemed like he was on some prima donna stuff. All he was saying his injury was still not healed. I think he really stretched that shit out. And that's what Kyrie was going to do with Cleveland and trade him. He said he was going to go out and go get season-ending knee surgery and not play the whole year. He threatened the Cavaliers with that. But, you know, what happened to him was karma. You know, going to the playoffs, he injured his knee. We can't even compete. So, obviously, if he didn't want to play because, you know, he didn't want to play for the organization, that was weak. Because you signed a 2-year contract. They don't have to trade you. They can hold on to you, and then you can sit out for another year trying to fake an injury. And then, you know, that's 2 years out the league. You lost out your prime. They don't have to trade Kawhi Leonard. And part of me, if I'm San Antonio, I wouldn't trade him. Just because he requested a trade, I wouldn't trade him. You going to play here or not going to play here? When your contract run out next year, you can walk free. But obviously, they want to get some pieces for him. So I don't think they want to be stupid. They can hold on to him for half the year and trade him at the deadline to make him that much miserable. You know, and people say, why would you do that? Kawhi was good. You know, Kawhi made the organization look bad. And I know it was at a point in time when Tim Duncan was going to leave the San Antonio Spurs. When he was visiting Chicago, he was going to sign with Orlando with T-Mac. But Doc Rivers told him his family couldn't fly on the team plane to the games or whatever. And ultimately, Tim Duncan went back to San Antonio. Yeah, Doc Rivers was effing up back then when he was the Orlando Magic coach as well. But it's just interesting to see what's going to happen to, you know, I mean, why Kawhi didn't play this season. Because I know he wasn't injured. Everybody know that. He was coming off that glorious Game 1 versus Golden State Warriors 2 playoffs ago where he was lighting them on fire. He's the best all-around player in the NBA. Defense, offense, Jimmy Butler, Paul George, them two-way players don't compare to what Kawhi Leonard does on the hardwood. But I think it's more interesting to know why he didn't want to play for San Antonio. I think that's more interesting than where he's going to go next. Obviously, he want to go back home to L.A. or he's from the L.A. Southern California area, which they're supposed to be trying to vote to chop L.A. up into 3 different states. That's crazy, right? So he want to go back home. You know, that's what they say. So it'll be interesting because if they try to trade him somewhere he don't like and that team communicate, he say, you know, we need you to sign a contract extension before you go over here when you get here. And he said, no, I don't want to sign a contract extension. I don't want to play with y'all. So that plays a part. He has the ultimate power in this situation. And obviously he want to go to Lakers, and the Lakers are preparing, from what I'm hearing, a hypothetical is preparing to fire up Lonzo Ball for some type of trade. But on the Lakers, Possibly you might as well trade Lonzo or Brandon Ingram or no Lonzo and Kuzma to Golden State. I mean to San Antonio. I don't know how the contracts and the numbers will match for Murray and Kawhi Leonard. You know, and if you wanna, if LaMarcus Aldridge went out, you might as well throw Ingram in there and get Aldridge in there too. Get Aldridge, get Kawhi, and bring on LeBron. That's a good big three. And they got room for 2 max players. You know what I'm saying? And bring in a big 3 and get Murray be the point guard. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a formidable team right there. But I doubt that happened. I think they're going to swing Kawhi to L.A. Boston tried. Boston got the pieces to get them. Do we want to go out east and deal with the snow and stuff? I don't know if you want to deal with that. But obviously Boston got 3 players that's just like them. A good 2-way player in Tatum and Brown. And they got Hayward. You know, obviously, Kawhi's going to be the best. But I think eventually Tatum is going to be better than Kawhi, possibly. So, does he want to go to Miami and chill in that weather? That could be a possibility. But I think he wants to go out to L.A. New Orleans is another team that people were talking about, but I don't think they got the chips to get him, to get Kawhi Leonard. Unless they would trade DeMarcus Cousins or sign a trade with Cousins for Leonard. I think that would work. So, obviously, I think the Lakers. But, Philadelphia could be a player as well, too. They got Covington. They got Markelle Fultz. They could trade. They got some other assets they could trade, and I think he'd be a good fit with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. He won't be the guy, but do you want to go to Philly and deal with all the snow? On the East Coast, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a place like L.A. L.A. is the only place I really can think of. L.A. Maybe Houston. Houston is another place. But I think L.A. is going to be the spot that he can move for, and potentially, I think it'd be a good move for Lonzo to deal with Greg Popovich. And that's just Greg Popovich continues to coach after his wife passed away, after being together, married for 40 years, 4 decades. Man, that's tough. But yeah, I think Kawhi is going to L.A. But I like New Orleans as a fit. He won't want to go to New Orleans, though. I think he want to go to L.A. Got a place like Miami. I think mainly L.A. or Houston might be a second or third with Miami. I don't think he wants to go out east. But the historic Boston Garden, maybe so. Or maybe the Knicks can swing a trade for him. But right now, Kristaps Porzingis is dealing with an injury. Kawhi trying to get to the Knicks as well, too. So you never know, But I think it's going to be more the L.A. Lakers where he's going to get traded to, and that's where you want to get traded. But he requested for a trade. I put a source in the description. Don't forget, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we on there. We working. Shout out to everybody. Definitely appreciate it. If you subscribe, hit the bell icon and share the videos. We out.